Hi, I'm Glenn Bugala. I'm from Chelsea, Michigan. And on behalf of the demonstrators who are facing citations for protesting as RC or anti-racist Chelsea youth this past summer, I ask that all charges against these protesters be dropped and that Chief Toth resign or be fired for violating those protesters' constitutional rights. Now, we're all familiar with the First Amendment. That's what these protests were, the exercise of the First Amendment. And the protests by RC members were never violent. In fact, the only violence came from those who opposed RC. A woman punched a peaceable RC protester. Another Trump supporter hit an RC protester over the head with a flag, and a truck drove frighteningly close to RC protesters who were kneeling at the time. The tickets in Chelsea do not match the police response found in nearly every other nearby community. Ann Arbor had protests for BLM on Washington Avenue, which is M17, and no tickets were issued for protests in that case. So the same should be true for M52 through Chelsea. We need to watch out for an appearance of partiality. The mayor and police invited free and open testimony about the woman who punched an RC protester, and it strongly appears as though the police then used that contact information of anyone who testified against the punching woman as the basis for sending out citations. Also, no citations or photos were taken of the Patriot Parade protesters who caused a lot of noise and slowed traffic through town. Many of these patriots appeared with the same flags as insurrectionists at the US Capitol. Does Chelsea want to be seen as preferring alt-right agendas over Black Lives Matter? Equal treatment for both sides would go a long way toward healing rifts. Now, a lawyer speaking on behalf of the protesters in court recently said that the traffic law under which the protesters were charged is unconstitutional. It's a law that allows groups to walk amongst traffic collecting donations and causing delays, but doesn't seem to allow free speech for protesters. This is favoritism based on whichever group the police like. Also, a protester was nearly killed by a truck that was driven through the protests during, I think, a red light at the intersection of M52 and US 12, where the truck drove past protesters and over a curb at the corner. After which one police officer was heard saying, "I'm not going after him." This uneven application of traffic laws has been noted in the community. So I urge the Chelsea City Council to strongly consider judges' report and side with protesters by dropping the charges against them. Thank you.